The next story right here. There's another thing that I know people gonna be mad at me about. My opinion is gonna be maybe a little off, a little different than the norm or what other people may want to go with it. But Kid Cudi responds to critics of his painted nails, saying "fuck way off." Uh Kid Cudi is addressing negativity surfaced on social media over his painted nails this weekend. Cudi shared a Mondo Cud selfie, a Mando Cud, on Instagram that showed off the Mandalorian inspired helmet plus orange and blue manicure. Plus an orange and blue manicure. My bad. I'm reading this off the small screen, not the bigger one. My bad, folks. Yeah. Uh but he ended the night deactivating his comment section on the post. Turned my comments off Instagram. Seems people really have a problem with me painting my nails. The rapper wrote on Twitter. I got tired of blocking so many accounts. I really need you to understand if you don't like me doing this or anything I do, please don't buy my albums, don't come to my shows, fuck way off. And then he tweeted, thanks. After that. So Kid Cudi's upset because people gonna troll. People always have an opinion about anything that's in the public. One thing I never understood is people understand anything you put into the public will have comments and ridicule no matter what you do. No matter what you do. So when you decide to share anything with the public, you have to have the understanding that people will have their opinions on what you do. In the area, I seen people make statements on this statement saying like, "What's wrong, man? I'm so toxic. Why can't they just ignore? Why do you care what another man does?" And I like to play devil's advocate in that situation. That's why a lot of people either gonna like me or hate me because I'm always looking at it from different lenses on a lot of issues. But boy, do people hate Kevin Samuels. I love him. I love him. A lot of his opinions and his takes are 100% factual. The problem is, a lot of people don't like hearing the truth. Me right now, I'm bigger than what I've been. I picked on some weight during quarantine. So guess what my fat ass has been doing? I've been going jogging. After I get everything up and running for my other business, I take 30 minutes out the day now to go jogging. I'm getting over 2 miles now within my running time, almost up to 3 miles in the 30 minutes. Trust me, y'all, I'm a fat boy. I'm trying to get back. But I went running today because I understand that one, I got to get back in shape. I really do have to get back in shape. Two, would also be a falsehood for somebody to tell me I am still in shape or I'm looking good. I am getting fat. That's the facts. That's the honesty. So I had to take that. I had to take accountability for the fat shit I've been putting inside my system. I've been eating good during this quarantine. Really, 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 really good. Really good. Trust me. I've been eating amazing. I've been taking vacations. I've been living life. And I have not been hitting the gym. So a fact became I got fat. So anytime somebody made a comment or a joke about me getting fat, guess what? It was reality. Because if I went to go put on a shirt or anything else that I would normally wear, it would not fit the same. That's a symptom of being fat. But it's a fact. But if we hold the standard the other way around, somebody would really take offense to that if you just openly say, nah, you fat. You need to go lose some weight because everybody's supposed to be beautiful the way they are. That's not the way reality works in the world. The world does have beauty standards that everybody may not agree to. I don't agree that some of these people they put up on beauty standards deserve to be in the slots that they are. I really be amazed by some of the people who are picked to be these super gorgeous people. It amazes me. I'm not the one who creates the standard. I just live within the society of which the standard has already been created. So, for me to understand, just to bring it back to a different point, I went to the beach not too long ago. I posted a picture of me at the beach, and my summer body's nasty. It was nasty. I'm not gonna lie, but guess what? I don't care. I flex on my haters. So I put the picture up, and I did get comments about I need to hit the gym. Boy, you getting fat. All of that. But I expect that because guess what? One, I have a good sense of humor. I already know my friends are assholes. They're gonna comment and joke about anything. That's just the way we are. But the facts were facts. People will comment on things you put out in the public. And if your argument is people should disregard anything Kid Cudi does because it's toxic masculinity for them to have a comment or opinion to something that's in the public sphere, why can't the same standard be held against people who just dislike Kevin Samuels? Like, people really have whole hate groups and whole counter argument pages to say that he hates black women. Now, I've watched the show with black women, and I like to have a conversation about the things he says because, obviously, if you're here with me, you know I don't hate you. If you've been around me my whole life, you know I love women, especially black women. Y'all the best. I love black women a lot. I love black women. So, when we have conversations about certain things, it's like, boy, I've been saying for the longest, maybe you should plan having a kid. Plan out your life some. Take responsibilities. And I used to have arguments where people would tell me, I need to mind my business. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm talking about. You can be a good mom even if you got a single parent house, which is true. You could be an amazing parent at a single parent house. But statistics show you have a greater chance of raising a better kid in a two-parent household. But if we acknowledge this fact with single black parents or just single parents in general, they will take offense to these statements. Even though a fact is a fact. We can go research it, we can Google it, we can look at it how we want to, we can change the shape, the metric, all of it's going to come out the same, however you want to look at it. Do I agree with Cudi being able to paint his nails? It's America. You do what the hell you want. I'm more of a libertarian. I believe in people's social lives. They should be able to do what the fuck they want. As long as you're not bothering me, as long as you're not physically harming, you can spew anything you want. You can say what you want. You can have hate speech if you want. We live in America. It's your right to be ostracized for whatever the fuck you want to say or whatever you decide you want to do. But it's your right to do it. Again, I'm on a public platform. People may disagree with a take on, like, say, for instance, R. Kelly should have been on the second soundtrack because they missed him. I Believe I Could Fly was an amazing song. And if you want to disagree with that, you can. It's your right. I made a public statement. If you want to ridicule me for that, it's your right to. What I think is the right thing to do? No. But again, it's your prerogative. It's your prerogative to make statements on things done in public spheres. I don't understand why people do things in public and then cry about it later, why people have opinions that you don't agree with. Keep your shit private. That's all you have to do. Keep your shit private. But people just seem to think that's the hardest thing to do in the world. I mean, if you want to paint your nails, again, your prerogative. We live in America. You have the right to do anything you want as long as you're not harming other people or causing other people to harm other people. You have the right to live your life. But you also have to understand people have the right to disagree with the way you live. And again, I'm not telling Cudi he shouldn't paint his nails. I'm not telling other people they shouldn't defend Cudi by saying people should be able to mind their business and not force him to turn off his comments. But I also live in a world where You can't silence people because your feelings are offended by what people say. And that seems like that's the world that we keep getting closer and closer to. If you don't agree with somebody wanting to be 100% whatever they are, you're offensive, you're toxic, you need to be canceled. And that's a crazy standard to live in. Freedom of speech is a beautiful thing. Really beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm here kicking my shit the way I want to because freedom of speech. The ability to promote and say what I want out of my mouth. And the fact that people just hate, that people don't go with the consensus of what's said really harms our society and where we want to go. It does. But I mean, we're not gonna stick on that forever. Again, it's Cudi's choice to do what he want with his life. Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. I'm never for being a hater, but I'm also for if you put something in the public sphere, it's everybody's right to comment on whatever the hell you decide to do. Don't cry about it. Don't put it in the public and then cry about people not agreeing or people making fun of or people doing any of that because you're talking to a wall. When you look at the real society in public, you're talking to a wall because in life we understand you have a public life and a personal life. Separate the two. And things you want to do in your private life that you don't want anybody to comment on, that's what you do. That's why it's called a private life. But that ain't the standard we live in America. The standard we live in is we all have to enjoy the alternative lifestyles that people decide to live. Which, again, I'm all for that. I'm more of a libertarian, so I'm more of the fact I don't care what you do. You live your life, I live my life, but I believe we should have safety nets, which is a common thing that I would think most people would agree with. We don't want the government to be the titty that we eat from or get our nutrition from. We want it to give us the opportunity to grow, become a human, and do our thug dizzle. You know what I'm saying? When we out here on these streets, we should be allowed to do what we want outside of that. And I hope that's not as controversial as a take that I believe people would take it as. But I know some people are going to take it the wrong way. And that's cool. Because guess what? This is my show.